One thing I've realized in life, I've been planting for 41 years now. I started planting at the age of 10 and now I'm 52 years old. For 41 years, every single day of my life, I have planted trees. And I have taken care of them, I've maintained them. Once planted, for a period of 3 years, till the time it is beyond 20 feet height, we have to take care of the plant. Only then you can say the tree is, it's like a little baby, you have to take care of it for 3 years. Never just plant a tree and just leave it like that. You have to take care of it for 3 years, number one. Number two, I've realized one thing in life, that adults and people who are in business, who are in jobs, who are so conscious about careers, they cannot do anything for the environment. It is the children who can do for the environment. So I think our whole energy, our whole focus should be only for children, because they require less energy, they require less convincing, they are more creative, and the impact of our communication and our energy that we put in with children, it is so much more, the output is more. When I was a little child, I was only 10 years old, I was studying in a school in Pune city in Maharashtra, near Bombay, near Mumbai in India, and I had a teacher by the name Mrs. Williams, and she used to tell us a lot of stories on birds, bees and butterfly, forests, rivers, mountains. 1976. So in 1977, in January, I walked up to the teacher and I asked her, "Ma'am, what is it that I can do to save the planet? You keep telling us these stories and you keep telling us that, by 2050 the earth will come to an end, Homo sapiens will be no longer there by 2030, and so many scientists and so many environmentalists, they are talking about the glaciers melting and Antarctica finishing off and the Arctic ice melting and the oceans rising. You tell us in a very simple message, what is it that I can do?" And she said a beautiful thing in Hindi, as she said, "पेड़ों से कहानी शुरू होती है, पेड़ों पे खत्म होती है." The story begins with trees and it ends with trees. So I said, "Okay ma'am, so what should I do?" She said, "Remember one thing in life, whether it's a brother sister, it's a husband wife, it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or it's any relationship in life, can never survive if it is not 50-50. It has to be 50-50 partnership. Even if you have the best friend, so you've got to give and take 50-50. And then she gave me a formula and that became my mantra, that became my Bible and my Quran and my Gita for my entire life. And she said this, she said, if we can get 50% of the land space under tree cover, 50% of the land space under green cover, 50% you share for birds, bees, butterflies, 50% for the trees, for the rivers, for the mountains, for nature, for agriculture, for farming, and green spaces, green land, and 50% human beings use it for their own play, putting up factories, industries and air conditioners, and you go around doing your traffic thing, you do your pollution thing. If you have a 50-50 relationship, the planet can survive for a few million years more, and maybe Homo sapiens can be there around for a few more thousand years. So that really got into my head. So I could not do the 50% thing, but whatever 50 odd to 100 odd, 150 trees every day, whatever I can plant, I have been doing since 26th of January 1977. So since that day till this day, in a way, some people say that I hold the world record for planting maximum number of individual trees in the world. Some say that yes, because I started working on the people tree, because in India, people and banyan tree are getting extinct. The government has been cutting them off, chopping them off, because they used to be there on the highways, state highways, national highways, and the expansion of the highways, expansion of these road projects, the trees are being chopped down, and nowhere the trees are being replanted. No way, the government is not doing any kind of replanting. So my message to the children is always that children, you are the government, I am the government. There is no government out there. They have, see, the government is very busy with wars, they are busy with politics, they are busy dealing with Pakistan, they are dealing with elections, they are dealing with the parliament, they don't have the time for trees. They don't have the time for bees, birds and butterflies. You can't expect these politicians to understand water, to understand soil, to understand forest, to understand birds, bees, butterflies, insects, and oxygen and nitrogen and humus and compost and things like that, that we have to do it. So I don't think so that we can be dependent on any other outer entity like so-called government. We are the government, and we have to decide that this is my country, my soil, my river, my land space, and just go out there and do your bit, and move on, kam chalu. We talk a lot, we do a lot of essay writing competition, we do a lot of exhibitions, we do a lot of chart papers and everything. I always tell children, that is okay, that is part of it, but then the real action, that is planting a tree and making sure that it becomes a tree, making sure. So every child in India should learn how to the whole process from seed to seed, collection of seed, how to plant it, how to grow a nursery, how to put a pit, how to manure it, how to plant a sapling, make it grow, and then later make sure that one day it gives you fruit, it gives you seed, you dry it, and then again you collect that seed, again you make a nursery out of it. So I call it the seed to seed process. And every child, if he knows how to do this, and if we take this message to a few million children, and out of that, if a few lakh children also understand this concept, I think our work is done. And once again, I would like to say, my teacher, the message that she gave me, 50-50. This is a very important message. 50% land for nature, 50% for human beings. And we should always remember, we always think we have overpopulated the land. I don't think so. We are just 7.3 billion cockroaches moving around on this planet. Ultimately, we are just one of the species. There are 1.5 million species more, and they outnumber us. Just because of technology, just because of smartphones, just because of computers, and just because we are technology savvy, we think we rule the world. No, I believe even dinosaurs, when the time came, nature just flipped them out of the planet. So, and they were 150 feet tall, and we are only 5 to 6 feet tall. I think it will not take much time. And remember one thing, we are only 10,000 years old species on this planet. Sapiens, the Homo sapiens, we are just 10 to 12,000 years old. This is what the scientists say. But the trees have been here for 400 million years. They are our grandparents, they are our ancestors. The moment you cut them off, it is like the umbilical cord of the mother. The moment you cut off that cord, you are finished. You are done. You are finished. Creating these concrete forests, these ETA and this cement and everything, they cannot give you oxygen, and they cannot give you food. They cannot have any contribution to your life, except they can protect you. They can give you a little space where you can put your bedding into, and you can have your pantry and refrigerator and your laptop in that. Otherwise, you have to go back to forest. If you want to get back your happiness, you want to get back your health, you have to live in a forest, and you have to live near a forest if you want to really, really, really have a happy and healthy life. So my message to children is that follow the 50-50 formula. At least keep it in mind. I'm not saying that everybody, it may be achievable in my lifespan or not, I don't know, obviously, but it might take another 2 generations to do that. But if the governments understand, and the teachers understand this, and they should communicate to the children. It's very important that teachers should be exposed to environmental training. It's very, very important. I think teachers hold the key to the future of the planet.